Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brad, and today I just want to talk about one of the best legal self-defense weapons that you can have and carry. That even though our Constitution in America, calls for the ability to defend yourself and bear firearms, that's the Second Amendment. It's a very important amendment because you should be able to protect yourself and your property, but many other places in the world don't have a Second Amendment. Certain states are totally lame, like New York and California, where you can't carry a firearm, and that's a huge mistake. But with that said, we got to do with what we can. So one of the best things you can carry is a flashlight, a high-powered flashlight that fits in your pocket, that's USB rechargeable, and has a tail light on. The tail light looks like this. So this is the Woobin LD50. It's $30 on Amazon. It's my everyday carry flashlight. It has 4 different settings that you can cycle through on the back. The moonlight setting, which is pretty low light, low medium, medium high, and then high. And as you can see with this, it completely will blind somebody from 60 feet away, 70 feet away. Somebody is coming at you with a knife, or they're acting intimidating, or you just don't like how they're walking at you. You just say, hey man, like you're please stop coming at me like that. You're bothering me. You're disturbing me. You're scaring me a bit. Please stop coming at me like that. And then you just blind them. And I've used this many times in my days teaching boot camps. It really deters people from attacking you, and you don't have to use any more force than, you're not using any force at all. You're literally just shining a light in their eyes. And when you do that, people stop, because that light, it blinds you, and then you can't see for like 1 to 2 minutes after that. Now in a real confrontation where somebody's close to you, you shine it, and then you can hit the guy. Keep in mind, you can see him, but he can't see you. So that gives you a tremendous tactical advantage. You can hit the guy, you can choke him out, you can run away. You don't have to use anything beyond that. But this is a very, very powerful weapon. If you take away somebody's sight, you have a tremendous tactical advantage every single time. That's why on my guns I have lights. That's like just the first thing that I have on my guns is a light, so that if somebody is coming at me and I lift my gun up and I turn on the light, I can see them fully. I can see everything in front of me. They're going to be blinded because I'm shining a bright light in their eyes. And see, you see how the camera can't see anything? That's what you see when I shine this in your eyes. So that's it's just an easy thing. These are about $30. There's a couple different brands that I recommend. I'll put out another free article on my blog, but of course I give my specific recommendations and how to use them. And there's like specific training that you need to do to use it effectively and deploy it quickly and be able to just get it ready. Again, it's like anything. You'll want to train with it and practice deploying it, practice turning it on, and practice putting it back in your pocket. Practice it with both hands. Practice it from weird angles, like you're on the floor and somebody's there and you just want to deploy it quickly. You literally want to train it so that when that time comes, it's just natural. It's just natural in the moment. And trust me, it seems silly, but again, nobody really wants to hurt anybody. I don't actually want to, punch anyone in the face or choke anyone out. The after effects of that are not good. But if you could just get away with something as no impact as shining a light in their eyes, it's great. I remember walking home with like a homeless guy stumbling up to me, and he's looking all types of scary. He's got like a crazed look in his eyes. And a lot of people in New York just assume that it's filled with liberals who, drink a lot of soy milk and want to date other men, which is fine. But they just would never expect that any of them would stand up for themselves. So he's like aggressively walking up to me. I'm like, dude, like, hey, get back, guy. You're in my space. Leave me alone. And then he's just like, oh my God, the coronavirus. And he goes and shuffles off and does it again to somebody else. They'll never expect it. They'll never expect it. Very few people are armed and trained with a light like this. Highly recommend it. This is the Wuben, WUBEN LD50. You can get this on Amazon. I'm not a fan of Amazon, but I've been using this for years. Another great light that I really like that's smaller than this is the Olight S1 R Baton rechargeable. It's a very small light, and it doesn't now the key thing that I want to point out is that it has a tail switch engage function on it, so that your hand can be on it and you turn it on, and you could use it as you could box and use hammer fists with it and stuff like that. And whereas with ones where you have to kind of fiddle with it and turn it on like that, it's not very convenient for the moment. And also, like, you could still use it as like a thrusting weapon, but you have a better grip on it when your thumb is in the back and you have a full fist, and you can really, really do some damage with it if you had to. And this is nice too because it has a bezel on it that extends out past the light, which is full metal. It's solid. You could absolutely do some damage with it. If I hit myself with it, it fucking hurts. And another thing that's cool about this is that with any like tactical gear that you get in a city that is mostly comprised of homosexual liberals, you're going to want to have a tactical weapon that isn't really overtly tactical. There's no crenulated bezel on this. It doesn't look aggressive. It just looks like a duty light. It just looks like a light that you use to like look around in your car. There's nothing. If you were brought before the court and you punch some liberal Antifa member in the fucking temple and you broke his face and killed him after he threatened you, and then you're like, yeah, I just was looking for my keys and I couldn't find it. They can't really say anything about this because it just doesn't look aggressive. Whereas a lot of the lights, like the Olight Warrior series, looks very aggressive. It has a crenulated bezel. It's clearly meant for crenulated bezels, just like they have edges on this shit. So if you hit somebody with it, it's going to cause cuts and deep lacerations to them and stuff. So it just looks overly aggressive. Something like this doesn't look aggressive. So I like this one. There's another company that Black Scout Survival, who's an ex-Marine, referred me to, called Wow Tech, which is even brighter than this. This is 1200 lumens at the highest setting, which is really like again, I don't think you really realize or appreciate how bright that is. That's really bright, especially when it's shining in your eyes. If I shine it in my eyes, I'd be literally seeing stars for at least 30 seconds and couldn't do the video. And usually you hold it there, you hold it in their eyes, and they have to squint or look away, which gives you a huge advantage. So it's a really, really important thing. So the Wow Tech is another good one. The military uses lights by Surefire. But anything that you get, you want to have it with a tail switch. You could get a little light on your keychain. It's super good stuff. One of the best things that you could use, because again, everything else in a state that's run by liberal homosexuals that are so dumb that they would vote for Joe Biden at this point, which sadly there are a lot of liberal homosexuals in New York and California and across the world that want to pay someone to fuck their wife in front of them so much that they vote for Kamala Harris. So in a situation like that, you can't just like go out and blast them with spray, the pepper, the pepper. You could just do this and they'll run away. A lot of these Antifa guys, but keep in mind, they are allowed to shine a high-powered green laser in your eyes. So light is a very powerful thing. There were a few federal agents a few weeks ago that were blinded by a green laser. Laser is extremely powerful, and it will blind you. So expect they'll have that too. Just be aware of that. It's crazy times, man. But this is my recommendation. I'm going to write an article now to put it on my blog. Just remember, when you go to my blog, just leave your email so I can stay in touch and send you free guides, updates to my videos and where I'm hosting them, I'll send you, where all my stuff is hosted, because there's no doubt that I'm going to be banned in the future. They already tried to ban me because, I don't cower to Mark Zuckerberg, who's been to Epstein Island harvesting adrenochrome. Oh, I'm so sorry that I don't cater to you, this little fucking reptile man. Or, Jack Dorsey, who looks like, Satan's asshole that's been literally fucking carbonized over fire. The guy is sick. No, I'm not going to play by those rules. I'm going to tell you some real shit. And, I'm sorry that it's not feminine enough for you. What, a flashlight or just the taser? I don't have any experience with the taser, to be honest with you. I've heard some good things about it. You can't have a taser, I don't think, in New York. So again, these are all things that you can carry in cucked countries like Sweden or Switzerland or Germany or New York State or New York City or California. So, I mean, if you can get a taser, carry it. I think this is just a good tool because you kind of have to pick out what your everyday carries are. I like to carry this, a knife, and then depending on what state I'm in, I'd carry a Glock 26 compact gun, because again, like that's the best defense that you're gonna have. If you have a throng of crazed Antifa lunatics coming at you with AR-15s, that's a direct threat. Okay, you shouldn't just. I'm amazed at how many people are like, oh, I just need to cater to them. No, you should have a fucking weapon, dude. That's crazy. They go up to cars and they shoot people for no reason other than you're white. That's crazy. So at the very least, get one of these. Get the Wow Tech is another great brand. They have the small Olight S1R baton copy, which is a great light. It's a very small light with a tail cap USB rechargeable thing. This you have to plug the cord in. The Olights are great. Wow Tech is a copy of it. And then just any other brand, as long as the lumen value on this is over 1,000, it's going to be devastating for whoever you shine it at. Anything like below that, it's probably not going to have that effect. You want to have something really bright so that it blinds the person. That's the key. They have to be blinded. You have to get it to a point where they don't want to look at the light. They can't see where you are. You could step off to the side, use your boxing skill. You could kick them, take them down, do whatever you have to do to them. But, having this is just a great tool. So that's about it, guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.